For decades, the relationship between Israel and Iran has been a simmering cauldron of animosity, a shadow war fought through proxies and covert operations. But recently, that shadow has thickened, casting a dangerous pall over the Middle East as both nations moved from indirect jabs to direct, unprecedented blows. At the heart of this enduring conflict lies a fundamental ideological clash. Since its 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iran has viewed Israel as an illegitimate occupier, a Zionist regime that must be confronted. Israel, in turn, sees the Islamic Republic as an existential threat, particularly due to Iran's relentless pursuit of its nuclear program. Despite Tehran's insistence that its nuclear ambitions are purely for peaceful energy, Israel remains deeply skeptical, fearing the specter of a nuclear-armed Iran. This fear has driven Israel to increasingly aggressive actions, exemplified by Operation Rising Lion, a series of recent strikes targeting Iranian nuclear and military facilities, aiming to dismantle what it perceives as an imminent danger. Beyond the nuclear question, Iran has meticulously built an extensive proxy network across the region. Groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, and the Houthis in Yemen are armed, funded, and trained by Tehran, creating an axis of resistance that effectively encircles Israel. This strategy allows Iran to project power and exert influence without direct military confrontation, fueling the regional hegemony battle between the two powers. Furthermore, Iran's staunch support for Palestinian militant groups in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict adds another layer of volatile complexity. The recent escalation marked a perilous turning point. After Israel's audacious strikes on its soil, Iran retaliated directly with an unprecedented barrage of Qat missile attacks on major Israeli cities. This exchange ripped away the veil of the shadow war, pushing both nations to the brink of a much larger open conflict. Quickly followed, with oil prices surging amidst supply disruption fears and financial markets reacting with palpable anxiety. The humanitarian cost, too, looms large, with the potential for increased casualties and mass displacement. Long-term, there are grave nuclear proliferation concerns. Experts worry Iran might withdraw from the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, potentially sparking a regional arms race. Unsurprisingly, existing diplomatic efforts regarding Iran's nuclear program have effectively ground to a halt. Hovering in the background, yet deeply intertwined, is the United States. As Israel's closest and most vital ally, the US provides substantial military and financial aid, openly affirming its commitment to Israel's defense. While the US has publicly disclaimed direct involvement in Israel's offensive strikes on Iran, its military assets are positioned to protect American interests and personnel in the region. Washington is actively urging both Israel and Iran to de-escalate, aiming to prevent a full-blown regional conflagration. Despite its historical role as a mediator and its ongoing sanctions against Tehran, the US finds itself in a delicate balancing act, trying to support its ally without being irrevocably drawn into the heart of the conflict. The coming days and weeks will be crucial as the world watches whether this dangerous escalation can be contained, or if the long-simmering rivalry will finally boil over into a devastating regional war.